Allow me to rebut Trump's rebuttal. Check this out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Welcome back. Thom Hartmann here with you. So, as I said, the House impeachment managers presented this 111-page document that I read several paragraphs from the preamble to you a little bit ago. In response to this, Trump's team put together a 6-page rebuttal. And in it, they argue that not only is this impeachment trial BS, basically, but that Trump should, and what Trump did is just fine, thank you very much. It was a perfect phone call and a perfect shakedown. But that he should be allowed to do this kind of thing going forward. And that even if the Senate votes to remove him from office, maybe he shouldn't leave. I'll read you the opening 2 paragraphs. This is the Honorable Donald J. Trump, President of the United States, hereby responds. The articles of impeachment submitted by House Democrats are a dangerous attack on the right of the American people to freely choose their president. In other words, they're asserting that the Democrats are, basically trying to undo the 2016 election. But the fact of the matter is that, what screwed up the ability of Americans to freely choose their president was the Electoral College. 3 million more people voted for Hillary Clinton than Donald Trump, yet Donald Trump's in the White House. Number one. And number two, you want to see who's trying to undo the, quote, right of the American people to freely choose, end quote, their elected officials? Look in West Virginia, where they just pulled a couple 100,000 people off the voting rolls, mostly in cities that tend blue. Look at Wisconsin that just did the same thing. Look at Ohio that took it to the Supreme Court and won. Republicans said, oh, yeah, the number one strategy that Republicans are using this year and have been using since 2000, it took Democrats a long time to catch on to this, tragically, is voter suppression. But anyhow, back to Trump's rant. The articles of impeachment submitted by House Democrats are a dangerous attack on the right of the American people to freely choose their president. This is a brazen and unlawful attempt to overturn the results of the 2016 election and interfere with the 2020 election, now just months away. The highly partisan and reckless obsession with impeaching the president began the day he was inaugurated and continues to this day. The articles of impeachment are constitutionally invalid on their face, write the Republican lawyers. They fail to allege any crime or violation of law whatsoever, let alone high crimes and misdemeanors as required by the Constitution. Well, obviously, that's not the case. I mean, many have argued that they should have actually used the word bribery in Article 1. I agree with that. I think they should have. But basically what the lawyers are saying is because they didn't use the word bribery, there's no there. They go on. They are the result of a lawless process. That would be the House inquiry, that violated basic due process and fundamental fairness. Nothing in these articles could permit even beginning to consider removing a duly elected president or warrant nullifying an election and subverting the will of the American people. So that's basically how the Republicans responded. And, then they continue. In fact, they say the articles themselves and the rigged process that brought them here are a transparently political act by House Democrats. And then they wrap that paragraph up saying, even so, all the House Democrats have succeeded in proving is that the president did absolutely nothing wrong. Right. This is signed, by the way, by Jay Sekulow and Pat Cipollone. Now, McConnell is saying, okay, you want witnesses? We'll discuss it after we have the trial, just before we vote. And we will not have the witnesses. We will have a discussion about whether we'll have the witnesses. And not only that, they may be subject to deposition, which will mean it'll take so long that it won't happen.